Anybody nervous?
Ready.
So, 3, 2, 1. Good morning.
Hey man, say man, it's your guy, the world's most hated promoter, and I would like to welcome you guys to the VIP room. We had some technical difficulties last time, man, but we got all the Kings back. We back here live, televised from Hayes Nightclub. We just purchased this spot, so we're really, really happy that we're here today. Today's topic is gonna be a real big banger, very, very spicy. Would you date a bottle girl? P, roll the clips. We're gonna bring her back in. Let's go. All right, then we back, man. So first, before we hop into the topic, would you date a bottle girl? Let's start off with doing a roll call. We're going to start right here and go around. Everybody introduce yourself. Let them know your Instagram, where they can find you guys on social media, and what your occupation is and what is it that you currently do. Go ahead, Taylor.
Okay, well, hi, guys. My name is Taylor, Big Tay. You know what it is. My Instagram is _Taylor, 2 R's, .Elizabeth.
And what's your zodiac sign, Taylor?
Aries. Very toxic.
Aries, toxic fire sign. Okay. I'm world's most hated promoter. I'm the King Capricorn. That's the only zodiac sign that begins and ends the zodiac year, the greatest, the ghost, earth sign, you know what I'm saying? Very grounded, very non-toxic, you know. But next up, we got the lady. Tell me your name, where you from?
I'm Lauren. I'm from Pennsylvania. My Instagram name is Lauren Winters, Lauren with a Y. I'm in law school, and I'm a Leo, so I'm obviously the best. Y'all already know that. It's cool.
Toxic ass sign. Next up, we got my guy.
What up? What's good, everybody? It's Showtime L in the building. Celebrity barber out here in Houston from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a Cancer, and yeah, we outside. Come on.
We outside. All right, next up, we got Jazz.
All right, hey y'all, my name is Jasmine. You can find me on Instagram, Good Vibes Jazz, Good Vibes _Jazz. I'm a bottle girl here, and my sign is a Libra. Need I say less?
Lucky Libra scales, you know what I'm saying, balancing. Okay, next up, we got my boy Don. Don, talk to him real quick.
What it do? Don.
Yeah.
I'm a neuroscientist at the University of Houston.
Okay.
My zodiac sign is a Cancer.
Ooh.
And my Instagram is thatnigga.web.
Thatnigga.web. Hey, I fuck with it. So, yeah, let's get a round of applause for my boy Webb, man. That's a great intro, man. We got a beautiful cast. So, our topic today is, would you date a bottle girl? Let's start with the fellas. Showtime, what about you? Would you date a bottle girl? Yes, no, and why?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Why not?
I mean, it's up to you. You know what I mean? You want to have to worry about certain things. You got to, there's a lot of insecure men out there. You know what I mean? But there's also a lot of secure men. You know what I mean? Like myself, in the sense to say, like, you know, there's certain things that you got to do, you know, to entertain.
What would you say would be some challenges dating a bottle girl? What are some issues that the average guy, maybe not yourself, the average guy might run into that he might not understand when he's talking to a bottle girl?
You're not gonna be used to her coming home late. Like you're not gonna be able to get fast text messages and stuff like that. It depends on what you pay attention to, but like.
Okay. All right, let's go to Don real quick. Don, what do you think? Would you date a bottle girl? Yes, no? Tell us why.
I say absolutely yes, I would have dated a bottle girl.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Absolutely yes. I like this guy.
Now, the reason why I say that because a lot of bottle girls, they're actually very educated.
Okay, let's go.
A lot of they have college degrees. They actually have a lot of them are also nurse majors as well. So
okay, so you a nursing major?
Yeah,
a lady who can nurse you and take care of you, rub your hair like a baby.
Yeah.
I love it.
And also, what I'm saying, not only that, they also make some change. You know what I'm saying, as well. So they can support a household while I'm doing my thing as well.
Yeah. So real quick, I'm gonna interject and give my opinion. So first, before I say that, is I actually invented the bottle girls in Houston. Did y'all know that?
I did not.
I promise. Hold on. I invented the bottle girls in Houston. So I'm gonna run the whole story back. I'm gonna tell you how it happened. So I was going to college in Lamar, and back then in the days, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the clubs were just bars. It was only bars. It was a lot of dance floors. Section wasn't really a thing that was really heavy. Like, like in Houston, you really did never. Nobody really got a section. Niggas just went out and party type shit. Yeah. So like I started out doing college parties. So one day, you know what I'm saying, it was just like a bunch of other promoters. They was having an event, and I was like the only dude at the school. So I was like, man, instead of having dudes, what if I had girls who was promoters? And this was when I was at Lamar University. It was called La Bella. So like me being from Houston, naturally, I would come home on the summers and I would see all the parties downtown. So this when Nightlife was downtown. Like, bro, I'm telling you, there was so many people downtown in the streets. The Metro Rail wasn't even there really yet. They used to ride downtown with the horses to get niggas out the streets. That's how many people there was downtown. So like me, I had brought my whole team from Lamar University because most of the girls, they went to school at Lamar and Beaumont, but they lived in Houston. So I was like, hey, yo, like, let's go out. We had a Halloween party coming up, and I told them, like, hey, y'all pass out the flyers. So, like, this is before Instagram, this is before Twitter, before all that shit. Niggas would pass out flyers. You would pass out flyers to people, and, like, people would drop them on the floor and everything like that. So I told the girls, why don't y'all go pass out the flyers? Niggas was snatching the flyers out the girls' hands, like, nah, give me a flyer. Y'all gonna be here, y'all gonna be there. And then that's when I knew that I actually had a hit, you know what I'm saying? So salute to the in crowd. We actually created the Bottle Girl in Houston. A lot of these promotional teams didn't even have girls doing their parties and stuff until they seen us do it. So, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like created the Bottle Girl, so I know the good perks and the bad perks, you know what I'm saying? But one of the things that I will say is a young lady who is a Bottle Girl, you know what I'm saying, this is a real boss woman. And a lot of dudes cannot handle a dominant woman or a woman who got her own money because people like to use money and other things to like manipulate you like, oh, I got money. But you have a woman who she's probably going to go to work and she's going to make more money than the average nigga just going to work for a couple of hours.
Yeah, some men might feel some type of way that, you know, shorty coming home with a few bins. Like
Exactly.
some men can't even handle that. You know
sure.
what I mean? In the aspect of like, that might shake up depending on how strong your relationship is, that might shake some things up too, because he may feel insecure financially.
For sure.
And that's a whole nother conversation. So,
well, not even just the financial insecurity aspect of it, right? You're talking about some of the most dynamic, some of the most beautiful women on the planet, some of the women who have like the best personalities on the planet, because as a waitress, as a bottle girl, you're forced to be social. You have to be social with clientele. You're always meeting new clientele. Then on top of that, you're getting more interactions with the richest niggas in the city. Like, the bottle girls meet everybody. They meet the NFL players. They meet the stars, the athletes. Like, who are some of the people that y'all met at some of our events? Who would you say would be one of the most famous person that you met at our events?
James Harden.
James Harden. Okay, well, what about you?
Met, actually talked to Chris Brown, obviously, but met, I don't know, probably an athlete. I can't think of a name.
Okay, what about you? Talk to the mic. Grab the mic.
yeah.
Man, I would say either Lil Durk or like Deshaun Watson.
That's crazy. So, as a bottle girl, as a young lady who's working in nightlife, you're gonna meet the top tier, the elite people, not just in the city, but in the world. And the average young lady who might be working as a nurse, she doesn't have many interactions with these people. So I feel like it's a common misconception just because a lot of times bottle girls are popular, especially if they're successful. They're very good at what they do. They're very great salesmen. A lot of people try to be like, oh, well, bottle girls, they hoes, they this, that, and the third. But 9 times out of 10, they just get into the bag. They got your nigga tipping them $500 on Cash App, and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? So this next question would be for the ladies. What is some challenges or like just some common misconceptions that people have about you because you're a bottle girl when it comes to dating and things like that?
I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of people say we sell pussy, and that's not. I'm selling bottles.
Whoa.
That's not.
Let's run that back. Let's run that back. Let's
yourself on
rewind
that
that. Let's rewind. They think that you selling what?
Pussy.
Whoa.
Pussy, yes.
Nah, man, we selling sections, bottles,
And
hookah.
and a good
You know what I'm
time.
saying? If there's other places where you can purchase those type of products, but bottle girl, we selling section,
like
bottle,
what-
hookah entry.
That's the like one of the main things that I hear are like they just say we do some strange for a piece of change. Like
Nah, okay.
I'm really
okay.
waving these bottles in your face, and then I'm pouring you shots, and then you're just having a good time, and you want it to.
So why do you think that is? That they think that bottle girls sell pussy? Like, let's clear that room up right now.
I would say probably because some do, but
Oh my God!
you can't generalize.
Some of y'all
that
be
for
selling
everyone.
pussy at the club.
Not in crowd though.
Oh
Not in crowd.
man!
Not in crowd.
Wow. So basically it's bottle girls out there that are giving all the rest of the bottle girls a bad name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
And
that's in any avenue you come in life, but look, it don't discriminate. It happens here too.
Nah, for sure. And I mean, more power to those who are selling that. Nothing against those. If that's your industry, if that's what you're into, cool. We ain't knocking that, but that's just not what we do. And that's what Taylor is trying to say. What about you? What would you think would be some difficulties dating you? You know what I'm saying?
Just like he was saying, the insecurities. The thing I come across the most is men talking about we have no personality or like substance to us.
Okay.
But then when you actually have a conversation with us, you act so surprised, and at that point, like. You all the way in my rear view because it's like, look, don't judge a book by its cover.
And one thing a lot of people don't know, I actually used to be a teacher when I first started waitressing.
Okay.
So I actually take really a lot of pride in that because I do have a degree in education and I eventually would like to go back, but money's just too good. And it's just, when I make in 2 weeks, I can make in 2 days. So it's like I actually have like a passion and I have something like going for myself. It's just,
Well,
it's temporary.
I mean, one of the things that I would definitely say, especially when dating a bottle girl, like everybody likes to talk about the bad things. I feel like a lot of the misconceptions come because of the way that you dress. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you know what I'm saying? You have this outfit on and people just assume like, oh, just because she's in this bikini or she's in this swimsuit, she's easy when it's just like the nature of the job. It's the nature of the aesthetic. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You might go to Twin Peaks, you might go to Hooters, you might go to Bombshells, and they got on the same thing. But bottle girls always get a bad rep, and it's the same thing with nightlife. You know what I'm saying? Even when the pandemic was happening, people was like, oh, man, bottle girls, what they gonna do now? All the clubs closed. You know what I'm saying? When in actuality, these are women who are going to school, who have other passions and other careers, and they're just using this as an avenue to take their goals to the next level. But you know what I'm saying? Some of us people who probably can't be bottle girls, or you don't look good enough to be a bottle girl, you get mad at the girls who out here who look great. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, I see a lot of women who strong, who are powerful, who got their own shit going on. They love the bottle girls. When y'all bring the bottles out to their section, because it is a lot of boss women who pop their own bottles and do their own thing and don't even need to pop their own bottles. They tapping the bottle girls on the ass. They having a good time. And it's fun. You know what I'm saying? The bottle girls are having fun. It's just a fun job. And then you also have, you know what I'm saying, sometimes there are older women who they maybe couldn't be a bottle girl. They used to be a bottle girl. And now they're mad and they're looking down upon girls who are younger than them, who in actuality are getting at how they live, just like how y'all old hoes was when y'all was doing y'all thing. And now y'all day is behind y'all, so y'all want to be like, oh, them bottle girls, they be doing this, they be doing that, because yo nigga checking them out. Yo nigga in their DMs. So, I mean.
Sorry about it.
Sorry. You had your shot, baby, but what about you? What would you say are some common misconceptions for somebody like you who's light-skinned, beautiful, colored eyes, long lashes?
Anyways,
gray
the list
hair?
could probably go on, but so like I said, I'm from Pennsylvania. All my family's still up there, so just having to promote, 99% of my friends thought I was a stripper for like the first 10 months. They probably still do, I don't know. But prefacing that, I'm also in law school, so I mean it goes back and forth. Having to work in the law field has caused some issues with Instagram when I was a bottle girl. I'm currently not, pretty much for that issue. But yeah, I would say just the misconception that the public who isn't involved in nightlife gets, just all across the board.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know exactly what we do unless they see it.
For sure.
Like, they don't understand, like, what are you doing? I'm like, literally, I'm just waving bottles that you're paying 5 times what they really cost in the air for you to give me a good tip.
They just get in the market.
It sounds too good to be true.
Look,
They
but
can't.
yet still assume you sell pussy.
Yeah, so
Whatever
yeah,
it
so
is.
okay, so I feel like that makes a lot of sense. A lot of times, when people don't know something, they don't know what something is, because I feel like a bottle girl is kind of like a new concept in a sense, as far as like a job occupation, because you can make so much money being a bottle girl. You get great tips. You don't really work that long, but the hours are, what'd you say?
You could come up, stack your bread, turn around, now you got capital. What you gonna do with it? You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure.
Real estate is beautiful. I mean, educate yourself. You can turn around and come in a certain amount of time, set up a blueprint, run up a bag, stack it, invest, and tell a story. Help somebody out. You know what I mean?
Yes. Plug your mic in a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, the mic is loose, but nah, yeah, and you really made some really good points because I feel like another great thing about being a bottle girl is it's amazing networking capability. So like, you know what I'm saying? You're making all this money. You're making probably $500 a night, maybe more. Especially if you're investing this money right and put it up, then you're able to open up your own business. And I see a lot of bottle girls do that. They take their money, they invest in their credit, they get their credit right, and it allows them to go do something else because a bottle girl is also not a position that you're going to be in forever. You know what I'm saying? Like she was saying, she's in law school. You know what I'm saying? She's about to be a lawyer. She's about to be the person who's going to be defending you. And it's more like it's a waitress occupation that's going to allow her to further her education. You know what I'm saying? She was in school to be a teacher. I think from what she was saying, she didn't really like it. Now she's a bottle girl and she's focused on her building her own personal brand. You know what I'm saying? You get more followers and things like that. So I feel like a lot of times you can look at it as more so being an entrepreneur because you do make your own hours and you can make a lot of money and then also use the extra time that you have to put into other stuff. So, I mean, real quick, now that we done got on the bottle girls, we done talked about the bottle girls and what they do, let's flip it. Would you or would you not date a promoter,
Fuck
DJ,
no.
or somebody in nightlife? So she said, fuck no.
No.
Fuck no, right?
No.
Boom. So why not?
I just can't. Honestly, we can have a good time together. I'm in the same space as you, I understand, but also it's just cringy to see, like, I mean, I get it. These women I'm not even gonna cap. I used to be a prop in the section. You're just there to look good.
Wow, the props?
No,
That's how we doing it?
Literally,
Hey,
but
none of the girls who in the section was prop. A good time we had a bad.
no, I'm not even lying. Like, y'all are coming to the club and y'all look beautiful, you look great, but it's like you're drinking, you're really not in your right mind. They look good and they're gonna continue to look better at the more shots you take. So it's like,
So the girls look better the more shots that you take? Wow,
What?
that's crazy. So
they get a little loose.
they get loose.
I just can't. Personally, I just can't. I've tried it and it's just.
So what about like a rapper or like a DJ or somebody in the entertainment industry?
Almost
Like
definitely.
I feel like it's like the same thing
what's
though.
the
Like
difference?
like
What's
a
the
promoter, nigga, the average nigga who is a rapper, he don't know a lot of girls. A promoter's gonna be a person who knows all the girls. Like promoters know all the girls. They know more girls than NFL players. They know more girls than athletes and everything like that. They just got
Literally their
access to them.
job.
And it's a job. And I feel like a lot of times promoters get a bad rep. Like she say, hell no. But in essence, a promoter is somebody who just like you. They finessing and jigging just like you. They're maneuvering through the nightlife scene. And you know what I'm saying? All of these tie into each other. So it's like, to me, that's crazy. But I respect it. I understand your preference. You know what I'm saying? So if you was to meet a promoter off the street, would you date a promoter?
I'm gonna pass the mic to Jazz on this one for a second. I'm gonna let you have that.
She gonna pass on that one.
I would say, yeah, definitely go for it. I would date a promoter. Like Will was saying, we all trying to get it just like the next person. So who am I to knock your hustle? Now, what I will say is it does take trust, and I probably would not date a man that's a promoter. I wouldn't date him when he was a promoter. If I knew him before he was a promoter and actually saw who he genuinely was and actually knew how he moved and knew he was secure, we were both secure enough to date each other, then I would do it. But
Why do you?
A promoter just bought you a drink, but you wouldn't date a promoter?
Period.
A promoter just bought her a drink. You know, they do us bad.
tough.
Why they do us so bad, El?
It's tough. It's just a misconception. You know what I mean? It's just that it's
It's tough.
it's tough.
It's tight.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Like being a promoter is really no different.
Yeah.
than a lot of different things. You know what I mean? DJ, you know, rapper, you know, just in the sense of just the time that we live in with social media and everything like that, you're way more accessible and everything is way more, you know, easier to obtain. So it's just like I mean, it's all about like having just self-control, you know, and just being mature and understanding that, you know, we're not really here for, you know, the extra shit. We just here for the bag, and that's the only thing that's important. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna lie, I will agree with y'all, and I do understand, Jazz, your point of view, because I'm like, I may change my answer. I might.
Oh.
It just depends, because honestly, like where your mind is,
For sure.
or where you're at, as far as like if you're just there to get a bag and you're just, you know, talking to these girls, get them in the section, get them in the club, booking, like that's completely fine. I understand, but when it goes too far, that's when gotta cut it
That's
off.
when it gets crazy.
What about you, Don? Why do you think girls don't want to date promoters?
The reason why I think it is because so Wiles as a promoter, we need more girls' faces than a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, as a rapper, like the girls come to them. While as a
Gotcha.
promoter, we have to actually seek them out to come to the clubs.
That's a really good
and
point.
that could be a lot of insecurity to one of your mates. So that's why I feel as though they be more insecure.
Nah, I like that, bro. That was a really, really good answer. Cause I mean, I can definitely see why it would be hard for a woman to date a promoter or want to be with a promoter. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You in a section with 20 girls.
Yeah.
These girls are attractive. They're young, different type of things like that. And I just feel like the average woman, if you have a man, you want that man to be to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't want 50 girls around your dude, and it's just like very hard to see between the smoke. And also because these days a lot of people are dishonest, you know what I'm saying? And we all have been in situations where, you know, we done got played or some shit like that. And it's just like almost like you asking for yourself to set up, or you might got friends and they might be like, girl, he a promoter and he got all these girls in the section and he probably fucking with them, but you and then it comes to the point to where you have to constantly defend your relationship, and it's like, do you want to do all that when you could just really just be with your average Joe Smo, and you know what I'm saying, he work at fucking Office Max or whatever, and it's just him and an old lady and they work there together, or you know what I'm saying, he doesn't have as many girls. So I feel like promoter and bottle girl is almost like the same thing, which is why I picked the epic like this. It's almost like yin and yang. You have a young lady who's attractive, who's always surrounding the richest guys. Then you have like dudes who actually meet the girls and get the girls for the section. The girls are in your DMs and they coming out, they want to party with you and stuff like that. So I could definitely see both sides, but you know what I'm saying, I'm for sure biased, and I think, you know what I'm saying, every girl should date a promoter, because promoters the livest niggas. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a live promoter, if it's a good promoter. Let's do a round of applause for the promoters, you know what I'm saying?
I do have something to add. If you are to date a promoter, I would say to date an established one, because those new up and coming ones that just come out, they just come off a little bit more thirsty.
Yeah, those be the ones that are red flag
Not
immediately.
saying they are, but that's just, you know, it's just what it looks like. That's just.
I just feel like you would have to be or date or talk to a promoter that, like,
At least
y'all
making money, because if you're not making money, then what? You putting up with all this for?
Hey, if you're not making money, it's a hobby, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you're just having fun, and I don't like that.
But
We're not
nah,
having
I
fun.
mean,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
you know,
I don't like
You
that.
up in
can
these
say
women
that.
face for
I
free.
feel like, all right, so look, I agree, but I also disagree. If you're not making money, cool. But a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it's all about the vision, right? If you got a nigga, and he's throwing parties just for the hoes. Like, hey, nigga, we going to hoes, where the bitches at, blah,
No
blah,
money
blah.
made.
But you have another guy who he's a promoter, though. He might not be making money right now, but he at his mama house. He got a vision board. He has goals. He has things. He has plans for the future. He plan on owning clubs and stuff like that. I feel like that's a completely different nigga. I feel like that's a completely different animal. I feel like that's a guy that you can really learn from and you can follow. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
even from a perspective of,
I feel like he's talking about himself. I really feel like he's talking about himself.
even from a perspective of like just going out and just connecting with specific people and
Yeah.
building specific relationships,
Yeah.
that when you do get that money, it's just already tripled. You know what I mean? Because you already aligned certain things and set certain things up. So once you have that money,
Yeah.
it's over. Like, relationships is everything. You
I
know
mean,
what I mean?
I feel like every girl dates at least one promoter in her life, and I'm gonna tell you why. What you got to say?
As not being from Houston, being from Pennsylvania, so Houston is not the majority of the world. I guarantee not every girl dates a promoter in their life.
For sure.
Maybe promoter of
Houston is
sorts,
not a
but
real
not a club
place.
promoter.
Promoter of sorts. Let's rank with that. A promoter of sorts, right?
Promoter.
Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can be a promoter. There's a lot of niggas who want to be a promoters, but I feel like putting the label promoter on there makes them feel like, oh, wow, I'm a promoter. Like, because you got the term janky promoters. But people are trying to call themselves everything else, like, oh, I'm not a promoter, I'm an influencer, or I'm a social architect, or whatever. They always try to put a different name on it. Y'all niggas is promoters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas promoters, you don't even know it. And then also, you know what I'm saying? I feel like dating a promoter a lot of the times, especially for women, it's like the G League. You can get discovered in the G League, man. A promoter, you can be the promoter, he puts you on his page, boom, next thing you know, you in Miami, baby. And then it's a lot of people who used to be promoters that have opened up billion-dollar businesses. So what's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks?
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. In college, Mark Cuban used to be a promoter, nigga. He opened up his own lines when he was in college at the time. And Diddy was a promoter. We talking about famous people who used to be a promoter. These niggas is billionaires, Ciroc. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, for some of you younger guys out there, if you are a promoter, it's definitely a great opportunity for you guys to do bigger shit, you know what I'm saying, than just be a promoter. Don't only focus on the parties and bringing the girls. My recommendation would be for you guys to focus on the business. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe the problem with some of you promoters is, you know what I'm saying, y'all, they don't have a father figure like us, you know what I'm saying, to lead them in the right way and show them how to do it the right way. Because a lot of times, it can be very enticing where you're a young male and you see like all these girls. You see us walk in with 50 girls, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that shit is staged. You know what I'm saying? We recording, we behind the scenes. We're like, hey, y'all get right here. We finna take this picture. But it's all marketing. It's all sales. And I feel like as a promoter, you learn so many tools that can take you to the next level. So for my ladies out there, if you got a guy and he a promoter and your friend's like, girl, don't fuck with him. He a promoter. Do your research a little bit because he might be the next Mark Cuban. He might be the next Diddy, or he might be the next world's most hated. You know what I'm saying? So give a promoter a chance. So, man, real quick, you know what I'm saying, we're going to do our closing thoughts. I feel like we touched on both topics. We touched on the bottle girls, you know what I'm saying. What's some closing things that you would say for some upcoming girls who are bottle girls out there and some dating advice that you might give them?
Honestly, my advice is just be honest. Tell them everything. I feel like what I've experienced, when you're just open and you explain, like, where you're going, who you're with, like, everything, when you just lay it out on the table, like, it's just easier to have an understanding of being comfortable with being with a waitress or being with a promoter. So that's what I would say. Just be honest.
For sure. What about you? So what's some dating advice you would give for a young lady who may be a bottle girl, maybe she used to be a bottle girl? What are some things that you would say stay away from?
Oh, okay. So stay away from the people that act like they have money, but when it comes time to pay or something, they just never have anything to give. Not just to make it about money, but like they probably just not a good. They probably just a janky person.
They can't even get the Red Bulls.
Right.
No hookah.
And I feel like to go back off of what she says, there are a lot of flaky people out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you need something, whenever they need something, you're always there for them. Like, hey, girl, I need to borrow some clothes. Or, hey, can you give me a ride here? But then, like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you need something, that person is never there for you. That might come in the scope of finances. That might be coming to help of. You got one person who always got a problem. You always helping them, and that relationship just isn't giving you any value. So I like the really great point you gave there. What are some things that you would give some advice for some young up-and-coming promoters? You know what I'm saying? A young promoter, he's dating, he's single, he's thinking about getting a relationship with this girl. He really, really likes her. She checks all his boxes. You know what I'm saying? She got good teeth, good credit. What advice would you give him?
Honestly, like, just like, run that back. What you mean? Like, run that back, bro.
So it's a dude, he's a promoter.
You trying to get in the game.
He meets a girl. No, he's in the game. He got a little motion.
Okay.
He making a little money. He got some vision. You know what I'm saying? He's doing really well for himself for his age. He's making a name for himself. You know what I'm saying? He meets a girl. They like each other. They start dating. Some do's and don'ts.
Listen,
one of the do's or don'ts could be don't date at all. Like, stay single. Like, that could be one too.
Definitely just focus on the bag. Like,
okay,
as far as the woman and trying to find your soulmate and all of that. Like, just save that. You know what I mean?
Save it.
Just focus, keep your head on, and really just think about how you just gonna put certain things together, how you gonna build. You're gonna get distracted. There's a lot of distractions in the nightlife. Like, I mean, you really gotta have discipline.
Yeah.
If you want to be a promoter and you want to build and you want to be that nigga and you want to be lit and you want to have motion, being disciplined and being able to hold down your composure is going to be everything. You know
Hey,
what
bro,
I mean?
that's some amazing advice. That's
like,
amazing advice.
Definitely build your brand and definitely network and hold certain things to a minimum, but definitely, just focus up if you have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're definitely going to be distracted, and you're going to have to learn through some experiences, and you might really find out who you are during those times. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So that's just.
Nah, I love that. I love that. I love that. That was some live advice, definitely for you guys. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you're serious about and you seriously want to do, this shit take a lot of work. You're gonna have a lot of time where you can't go to family functions and things like that because you're trying to create the next idea, trying to create the next concept. It might be times when you go out and you got a network and you have to push yourself, so you have to really see if a relationship is something that you actually have the time to put towards. So I feel like that was really, really amazing advice. What about you, Jasmine? For the bottle girls out there who not selling pussy, who, you know what I'm saying, got a good job, they want to go and make something better themselves, what is some advice that you would give a young lady like that, especially when it comes to dating?
I would say make sure if you do date someone and you're in the nightlife, make sure that person is going to be your number one supporter, bro. Like, make sure they're out there waiting in your line, in your guest list line, like making sure you good, like buying sections from you, like buying bottles from you, like giving you clientele, like even it's something as simple as just complimenting you on how you look, in your uniform. But also, yeah, don't block your own blessings. I would say one good tip: open those DMs. Don't ignore them.
Basically, what she's saying is, don't fuck yourself out the pussy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you dating a bottle girl, it's a situation to where you have to be very secure, which is why I feel like a lot of bottle girls do date promoters or NFL athletes or people who are already secure in their status and secure who they are, because a dude who is insecure and always questioning you about things like that, it just can be like almost like damn, it's like, nigga, it's like you her kid now.
They don't understand the space, so it's hard for them to be secure.
And there's still women out there, there's definitely still women out there that are very secure with themselves, and they're not even, that's what you're gonna do? All right, just communicate with me and do your thing. I'm not pressed, you know what I mean? There is grown-ass women out there that's willing to do what you're gonna do, show me who you are, and then I'll take it from there. Other than that, she gonna let you rock. I don't know who she is.
Hey, Don, go ahead and close us out, bro. What you got? What are some final thoughts that you got as far as dating when the promoters, dating the bottle girls? You love the bottle girls. My boys are here dating the bottle girls.
I love the bottle girls.
You know what I'm saying? And then drop your number so all the bottle girls can hit you up. Because there's a bunch of dudes out there who hating on the bottle girls. My boy Don say, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Walk for him.
I got the number on Instagram, I'm saying. But my final advice is that you got to carry yourself in a certain way as a promoter, you know what I'm saying? So what that means is that in dating, you got to carry yourself in a certain way. So what that means, you can't be in every girl's face. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a way you can do it, but not being too friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be too thirsty.
Yeah, don't be too thirsty. You gotta get that back.
Don't be liking every picture. Don't be liking
like one picture. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let her follow you. Don't do a follow back. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my advices.
I like that. I feel like that was really, really great advice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the promoters out there, you are being too thirsty. You know what I'm saying? You guys know who you are. And I mean, I feel like it's all about how you present yourself with it. Like, of course, if I'm a person in a relationship and I'm in a section, it is 50 girls around me twerking, and they ass is right here by my head. Like, for real, what woman would want to be with that nigga?
You know, low key, I'm gonna smack their ass too. Pow.
Whoa. But what I'm saying is if you're a promoter and you walk in and you all ladies got on heels, y'all classy, y'all drinking champagne, it's a vibe, it's sexy. I feel like it's a certain way that you can do everything. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? I really like this episode. This is one of my favorite episodes so far. I appreciate y'all for being on the episode with us. Let's get a round of applause. Shout out to the bottle girls. Shout out to the promoters. Shout out to everybody out there. And my final remarks that I'm gonna say is, you know what I'm saying? Fellas, a bottle girl probably could turn you up and change your life, man. She know all the fashion, all the new songs. She might put you in a rebrand and turn you up. Especially if you're a rapper, if you somebody who got no motion, you just moved to the city. Ladies meet everybody. They meet the rich niggas, the broke niggas, the doctors, everybody. She can. A lot of times, I have been so successful because I'm blessed to have amazing, beautiful bottle girls who, one, don't sell pussy, and number two, who are really ambitious and have goals, and they're out here really networking and forging connections. I met so many NFL players, NBA players, rappers, just because they know the bottle girls, or they know a waitress, or one of the waitresses is like, hey, yo, I got so-and-so in town, he trying to get 10 bottles. So, I mean, I feel like if you look at somebody like a promoter or a waitress as somebody that you can build with, that's building with you, especially if you have genuine intentions, both of y'all could go really, really far in life. I'm World's Most Hated Promoter. This has been the 3rd episode of the VIP Room. Let's give a round of applause for the bottle girls and the promoters. Thank y'all so much, man. We'll see y'all next week.